Hello everyone, and welcome to my presentation titled Time Management: How to Have Time for Yourself While Teaching an Online Class. I've said before that I have not yet had the privilege of teaching an online course, but I have heard from several individuals who have taught online courses that time management while teaching the course is important in order to ultimately have time for yourself. So, I've prepared a presentation that will discuss 5 effective time management skills to effectively manage an online classroom, which will ultimately give the instructor an opportunity to have time for himself or herself. The 5 time management tips that I will be discussing in this presentation are, well, actually, it's 6. So there's a mistake on my end. It says 5 time management tips, but it's actually 6 because I added a last one at the end. So the 6 tips are: 1, develop a routine, make lists, hold office hours, determine the order of importance, save and reuse within reason, and last but certainly not least, make time for yourself. So let's begin. Develop a routine. A routine is integral in maintaining organization and motivation. Rather than simply relying on memory and the assumption that you will know what to do and when, determine a specific working routine that you will follow every day. For example, develop a routine to begin and end work at the same time each day. A routine will enable you to effectively utilize your time, as well as serve as a signal to students that you are not available 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Number 2, make lists. Online instructors often teach more than one course, and perhaps at more than one institution. As a result, it is important to create to-do lists to ensure all tasks and requirements are completed on time. These lists can be constructed daily, weekly, or monthly, and can be constructed using pen and paper, a whiteboard, or an electronic notepad. Adhering to a list provides structure, clarity, and focus. Additionally, a list will assist with ensuring your time is productive and eliminate idle moments in which you are trying to remember which task needs to be completed next. The third tip is to hold office hours. Instructors in the traditional brick and mortar setting hold office hours to carve out a specific time each day to assist students with questions or review feedback on assignments. Unfortunately, too often, students assume online instructors are present 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. As a result, holding office hours, much like sticking to a specific routine, allows online instructors the freedom to direct student questions and concerns to a specific allotment of time. Rather than getting disrupted from posting or grading, office hours provide an uninterrupted window for direct student-teacher interaction. Number 4, determine order of importance. Online classrooms typically consist of discussions, assignments, and quizzes. As a result, there can be a lot of posts and assignments to sift through upon logging in each day. Therefore, it is important to determine which tasks need your attention first. For example, begin each day answering all student questions. After all student questions are answered, move on to reading and participating in the course discussions. And finally, begin grading assignment submissions. This, of course, is just an example. You can feel free to designate the different levels of importance to the different tasks, but that was just an example. Finally, following a specific order of importance in the classroom will ensure all tasks are completed timely and efficiently. Number 5, save and reuse. Most online courses do not change between terms, so it is important to save previous announcements and supplemental posts. As long as the course material does not change, and as long as the announcements and posts are tailored to fit the new course, it will work in your favor to simply reuse what you have posted in previous courses. However, keep in mind, it will be important to ensure all links work, dates are correct, and additional details are added. Now, in the beginning of the presentation, when I had all 6 tips listed out, for the save and use tip, I had in parentheses next to it within reason. So I'm saying save and reuse within reason. And the reason I said within reason is because we just came off of a discussion about plagiarism. And one of the tips we learned there was that sometimes plagiarism is prevalent in courses where instructors are reusing quizzes and they're reusing assignments and they're reusing tests and other methods of evaluation. So just keep that in mind, that while reusing materials is a great way to save time, we shouldn't be reusing the exact same things all the time. There needs to be some kind of variation because we do want to try to prevent as much academic dishonesty as possible. Finally, make time for yourself. And I really, really loved this quote here that said, the most important time in the world is the time that you make for yourself. And I do believe that if we implement the 5 tips that I mentioned before, we would ultimately have time for ourselves because we won't be spending so much time trying to get our online course in order. Many of the participants in my course appear to be veterans with respect to online instruction. So I'm pretty sure that you have everything under control with respect to the time management in the classroom. But most importantly, don't forget to make time for yourself, because once that is done, you will be refreshed and ready to start your online course. Thank you so much for your attention, everyone.